For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services. All right, so now that's the end of the Barbarian's turn. And we move on to the Elf's turn. Now, he still hasn't searched for treasure in this room, has he? So I'm going to have him go right here. I never want to search in front of doors or in single lane corridors, because if I get a pit trap, then everybody has a good chance of having to jump over it at some point. Oops, bumped my mic. All right, so yeah, let's have the elf search for treasure. He finds gold. All right. You find a loose. I'm not going to read these cards every time. I like to read them once, and then after that, just take the gold. You find a loose stone and tear it from the wall. Behind it, you discover a small leather pouch wrapped in an old rag. Peering inside, you find 25 gold coins. Record the money on your sheet. Do not return this card to the deck. All right, so that I will, in a similar fashion, place underneath the elf's part of the character sheet, and his turn is over. Yeah, that went very well. Okay, dwarf. Let's get out there and do stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll go 6. I'm not going to have him search for treasure. Okay. And then we will finally bring Elderast, my wizard, out of the stairs. Actually, no. There's no reason to bring him off the stairs yet. So, no, Elderast. You stay put. Okay, so now it is Zargon's turn. I'm going to take 1 threat for him. And that's the end. Back to the Barbarian's turn. We flip everybody's tokens first. Alright, let's deal with this poison token if we can. What do we got? Oh, crap. He takes another damage. Man. Nasty. Nasty. You can imagine how my healing potions end up going away. Let's see here. And he's got one on him, right? So yeah, okay. I play and have for years played with the rule that you can literally drink a potion at any time. They say you can drink this potion at any time. And, as a high schooler, I think even in junior highs when I started playing this game, I was like, anytime. How about the moment my character hits 0 hit points? I think I'll do that, So anyway, the potions I allow characters to drink right as they hit 0 so that they can get the most out of them. All right. That was the Barbarian's turn, right? Is he finished? Did I have the Dwarf go too? Man, see, this is why I just talk for a little bit and then I completely lose track. So I'm probably going to be giving some characters extra turns or skipping their turns, and yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. I think all I did was roll for that poison token. So he's still got that. That sucks. But now he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll just open this door and see what happens. Got to remember to roll for that. Roll for that trap once he steps in the door, which he could do. He's got 1 point of movement left, and let's see what we got going on in here. All right, we got not a very exciting room by the looks of it. It just has this weirdly conspicuous throne in the middle of an otherwise unadorned room. So is he going to step inside with that? I think he will. Yeah, he'll go 5. And then we will check for a trap. Skull. So we do trigger a trap. It's a spear trap. Let me pay for it. Let's see if he gets hit. He does get hit. So he loses another body point. Brings him down to 5. Boy. Nasty. Nasty. I do not like that. And that's the end of the Barbarian's turn. Okay. Roleplay Cafe, welcome to the chat, says HeroQuest is fairly costly nowadays, 100 plus. Yeah, and I think probably, I'm almost certain that's the case. Well, yeah, yeah, it's over $100, I know, to get the reprint. And I think getting the old version too is going to, I mean, to get a complete set, that's definitely going to be over 100. Well, is that true? I don't know. I actually haven't looked for a set since the reprint came out, but yeah. But I mean, that's where a lot of board games are these days. You know, dungeon crawls, big thematic board games like this. I feel like they used to, like years ago, the standard was around 60 to 80. And I feel like now it's just not. That costs have gone up enough that, yeah, it's not like, I mean, I guess there's been inflation too. And so you can say, okay, how much is it in like real conceptual money? So I don't know if it hurts as, you know, more today to buy a board game than it did 10 years ago. But yeah, yep, they're definitely, triple digits for board games is getting more and more common. Okay, so that was the barbarian's turn. Now he still has an action that he could do. What I want to do is have him search for treasure. There's a way that I do these things. Normally when I'm playing an actual game, if it's me or my buddy that I've played this game with for years, you search for traps first. There's just no question. You search for traps, then you search for treasure, then you search for secret doors. Now, I know there's a secret door in this room. That's kind of one of the things that you kind of have to give up when you're playing solo. I do some things when it comes to secret doors to keep them something of an event, which I'll get to when it's time to open that secret door. But anyway, yeah, that's one of the things you kind of have to give up is a sense of surprise. Now, for me, that doesn't bother me very much. Especially since I'm not constantly studying the map. I'm not gaming the system. I try to segment myself so that when I'm playing as the heroes, I'm just thinking as the heroes. When I'm playing as Zargon, I'm trying to just think like Zargon. And I'm not trying to think ahead like, oh, well, what do I know I would do as Zargon, which I probably will do in the next turn. No, I try to stay out of that headspace and just be the heroes when I'm the heroes and just be Zargon when I'm Zargon. And it works pretty well. And I'm going to search every room exhaustively anyway, and so it's not like, you know, it's that big of a deal to, oh, I found the entrance or the exit to the quest, I can leave early. No, I'm not going to do that. So anyway, but I'm not going to search for treasure right here because I'm right smack in front of the door. Oh, wait a minute. He set off a trap, so his turn's over anyways. Yeah, so there's nothing I can search for at this point. Okay, the elf's turn. Let's see, do we want to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, let's go ahead and sprint. Oh, crap, he stumbled a bit. So he only goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the end of the elf's turn. Master of Magnetism says, Lord of the Rings Risk is expensive too. I believe it. Man, even though you would think not, it's just Risk with a different coat of paint on it, but yeah. So the dwarf's turn now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he's in the middle of the room. That's a comfy place from which to search treasure for treasure in my mind. So he's going to do that. Although I don't think I draw a card because the note here says if a hero searches for secret doors, which I don't do, that rule doesn't exist for me when I'm playing solo. If he searches for secret doors, he will find nothing on either side of the wall. However, if a hero searches for treasure, he will find Melar's key. Upon touching it, the key will disappear, and the throne will slide sideways, revealing a secret door. Okay, so secret doors, when I play solo, become locked doors. And I use this particular door from the American expansions, which you almost never saw when you were playing those expansions, because they started out as a door off to the side of the board that served as you would line up your guys outside, and then as the game starts, you would open the door, remove this, and put a standard open door thing in its place. And so you almost never even looked at this thing. It almost made me think, why bother? I mean, I guess it's a little teeny bit of nice thematic stuff, but But what I find a better use for it, and certainly thematic, given its metallic steel, heavy-duty look to it, with a keyhole there. Secret doors in my solo games are now locked doors, and they are unlocked, quote unquote, by disarming them. They use the same rules for disarming traps, but they require a hero to spend their turn doing that. And so in the traditional HeroQuest rules, that would often be a waste of time, to bother with that role if you are clearing rooms of monsters anyway before you move on. But under my rules, there's a little more potential for heroes to feel under the gun, because Zargon's getting a threat every turn, and then also when I spend threat, I can spend it potentially to spawn monsters. And so I think that's kind of a nice compromise right now, so that the absence of hidden secret doors is not felt too much. It's replaced by something else that's still kind of thematic and engaging. So anyway, so yeah, the dwarf searched for treasure. The door was revealed, but otherwise his turn is over. Yeah, okay, now I will move my wizard. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess I'll go 6 right here in case a monster spawns. At least there would be a hero nearby that could attack it. So I'll keep him kind of in the group a little bit there. Okay. Those of you watching live, feel free to let me know if the volume is too loud, too soft. It's a bit of a different kind of mix than when I'm streaming video games. So let me know. And the mic's a little further away from me than it usually would be. It's nice I get to balance out the audio afterward when I put it up in like 30-minute chunks or whatever, but it's harder to do. I'm still learning how to use the new OBS in recent months that I just changed over to. So, is that it? That's the wizard's turn. Okay, so Zargon gets a threat. No monsters to play with. Back to, well, we flip everybody's tokens, then we go back to the barbarian's turn. Okay, let's see. The barbarian is going to, I want him to search for treasure, so he's going to go right here. Yeah, if he gets a wandering monster, my wizard is exposed, but that's all right. Okay. Well, not too exposed. Here we go. Potion of healing, there we go. In a bundle of rags, you find a small bottle of bluish liquid. You can drink this healing potion at any time, restoring the number of body points equal to a roll of 1 red die. You cannot, however, exceed your starting number of body points. This may only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck. Bluish liquid, I think they mean mana potions. This should be a red liquid, right? Anyway, so the barbarian is going to give that to well, he'll give it to the elf next chance he gets. I forgot to roll for his poison token. Let's take care of that. Oh, white shield, is that what I need to get rid of it? I can't remember. That'd be great if it was. Yes, white or black shield. I remove 1 poison or disease token, so it's gone. He doesn't take any damage this turn. Yay. What a nasty little thing. Okay, so he's got this healing potion now. Very nice. That's the end of the barbarian's turn. Elf. Let's get in here and search, Elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and he will search. Oh, crap. Wandering monster, dang it. So do we want to stick with the traditional zombie, or branch out a bit? I think I want to branch out a bit. I could go with a putrid zombie. Let's go with the putrid zombie. I can't remember. It's got a different type of poison. I think it does less damage attacking, but it's oh crap. But his ability is going to auto-trigger. I might really regret this, but let's do it anyway. Putrid zombie. Oh, that's right. Instead of having 2 attack, he's got 0 attack. He's got a defend of 3, a body 1, mind 0, and move of 5. So as far as his base stats, the difference is that he has 0 attack dice. He cannot attack. He's focused on just using his ability, Deadly Disease. So let's find out what that's about. Deadly Disease. This activates instead on a 2 through 6. Now, because he's a wandering monster, it's going to auto-trigger. Targeted hero places a poison/disease token on their character sheet. Is this the same as the other one? Let's see here. Beginning of every turn, roll 1 combat die per token. Skull, lose a body point. White black shield, remove it. Yeah, so I think the only difference is that it triggers more easily. Huh, okay. So I'm not really getting... Since... if he was out on the board for a while, I guess that would be potentially cool, but like right now I'm not going to get as much out of him as I would like. Let me find that mini though. These are all my my big box of Descent minis here. And oh, here we go. Yep. It's not all my Descent minis, but it's the ones that take up 1 or 2 spaces only. The bigger, I've got another box with the bigger minis in it. But so this is just a regular zombie from one of the Descent expansions, or maybe it's Descent 2nd Edition, I can't remember. But I use it for my Putrid zombie. So that was the elf that did that, right? So I will put this right here. Let's get that back in focus if we can. There we go. And his ability is just going to auto-trigger, and so we'll put that token now on the elf. That sucks. Okay. So that is the end of the elf's turn. Now we're going over the dwarf's turn. I can't remember if he searched for treasure in this room. I don't think he has. That's the one thing that can be kind of hard to track in this game, whether you're playing solo or with a bunch of players. Is every hero is allowed to search a given room once, or a given corridor once, but it can be hard as Zargon and as a group of players to keep track of like which hero has searched which room and corridor already. But yeah, I don't think the dwarf has. So I'm going to let him search for... Wait. He can't search, Pater. Come on now. There's a zombie in the room. You can't do any searching when there's monsters in the room. So, let's go right here. And then... Did I buy him a new weapon? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. He still has his... I bought him a shield. That's the difference. So he's still got his trusty broadsword that I will attack with now. Okay, so 1, and the zombie gets 3 defense. And he does not roll a single 1. How many body points do you have? Just 1. So there goes the zombie. Roll for loot. And hey, we got a 5. So we got 25 coins. Okay. So that's the end of the dwarf's turn. How about Eldoras the Wizard? Well, he's not going to search for anything, I can tell you that. But he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just stick him off to the side here. That's it for that. Zargon gets a threat. And we're back to the Barbarian's turn. Okay, Barbarian, let's charge ahead. Have you searched in this room? I think you have. I think you have, yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. Well, do I want to get him started on trying to unlock? I bought toolkits for the Barbarian, for the Elf, just those 2 so far. And that allows them to disarm traps, or in this case, excuse me, to unlock locked doors, or secret doors, whatever. But they still have a harder time doing it than the dwarf, even without a toolkit. So, I don't know. I think I'll just put him over here. Because you have to move and then do your action. And so he'll just be getting in the way of the dwarf, who has a better chance of unlocking that door. So I'm just going to move him off to the side. I don't think there's anything really else that he can do. So that's it for him. The elf, I think I'm going to let stay put. Oh, no, he can't just stay put. He's got to deal with this poison token. So let's see here. I want a white or black shield. That's what I want. I did not get it. So the elf is now down to 5 body points. Yuck. His turn is over. All right, dwarf. Let's get this thing open. Can't really see him, but he's there, working on this door. He needs to, I believe, roll anything but a black shield, and that will allow him to unlock the door. Okay. Yeah, let me... Am I imagining that? Is that right? I think it is. Yeah. Because, yeah. All right, so this is unlocked. And he's already done his movement, so he's done... His whole turn is done now. Finally, Elderast. Oh, wait. Well, he's going to stay put, but I do need to reveal this room and put the contents on the board. Let's see here. Ooh. All right, so we found, based on this bit of furniture, that you're supposed to put this little scale on top of somewhere. This is the alchemy bench. And so this looks like it might be the laboratory referenced in the description. And let's see, we got one exit there. One more over here. And we got some baddies to put out. We got 3 orcs. Do I want them to be orcs? I don't know. Let me look. For the cost of 3 orcs, I could swap in an ogre chieftain and an ogre lord. That doesn't feel any more laboratory-like. For 2 orcs, I can swap in... I can swap in an elemental, and that feels like it could be a fitting laboratory experiment. So let's do 1 orc. Instead of 3 orcs, let's do 1 orc and 1 elemental. So let's see here. This orc here. Oh yeah, let me show you the just one of the orc figures from the. Come on now. There we go. It's one of the orc figures from the base game of HeroQuest. 1990. Pretty good. 90-91. I can't remember. I think there's 2 dates associated with this game. One of them might be the UK release, and one of them might be the American release. I'm not sure. And now let's get that elemental out. I've wound up using this one a few times in these different HeroQuest games. This is from Descent First Edition. And I have talked about this before, but I'll just touch on it again. I don't paint my minis, largely because that takes way more time than I want. And what else? I'm having a brain fart here. Oh yeah, my skill level I think would be crappy. And in this case, and in other cases as well, but this is a good illustration of it, it takes away some of my ability to modify a figure with my imagination as appropriate. So this is an elemental. What type of elemental is it? Are these things on his back there? Are those rock-like spikes, or are they flames? Is this swirling wind or swirling water? And so you can ask the question, what type of elemental is this? And when you leave it unpainted, it can more easily serve as any type of elemental you want. Whether it's all one type of element, or maybe it's a blend of weird elements. You got water and fire and rock all kind of mixed together. I don't know. For multiple reasons, I really just prefer not to have painted minis when I play. Okay, so the barbarian, or the dwarf, excuse me, unlocked the door. He can't move anymore. Once he's taken an action, he's done moving. And yeah, so now it's just the wizard's turn. Let's see here. Oh, is there a description I need to read? Oh no, that's just like a special treasure in this room. All right. Let's see here. The wizard really is not in a great position to do anything without putting himself in major danger. So we'll just skip the wizard's turn. All right, here we go. Zargon's turn. I'm going to give myself a threat, even though there are monsters on the board. I don't know. We'll see if things get overbalanced in my favor enough with the equipment I bought that I wouldn't normally be able to. That elemental. Oh, I didn't get his stat card out. Let's see what's going on there. All right. The elemental, there we go, has an attack of 3, a defend of, looks like I bumped it up or down? Up, it looks like, to 4. I think he was, for such a big, imposing dude, and for a dude that's replacing 2 orcs, I think I felt like he was being taken out way too quickly and easily. Defend of 4, body of 1, mind of 2, and a move of 8. He's got intangible, which allows him to move as long as he ends his turn in unoccupied spaces. He can move through any object, wall, hero, all that kind of stuff. He's got explosion, which is like a multi-attack against all adjacent figures. I think that includes bad guys too. He's got earthquake and smash. Smash allows him to knock down walls, which he really doesn't need to do, but maybe he would need to in order to end his move on an open space. I give the ability Smash to any creatures that would be too large to fit through a door in HeroQuest, so that there's always an avenue available to them to continue chasing the heroes if the heroes decide to run for some reason, or try to use the space against to their advantage. Let me look up that earthquake thing. I'll probably end up wanting to use explosion, like have him take a step forward and use explosion. But let me look up earthquake. Oh yeah, it says all adjacent heroes are unable to move on their next turn. Not a ton of great application for that. I would think that that's going to come into play if I want to set them up for something that another monster is going to do. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick with explosion. And this is an automatic ability. It says this monster rolls a single attack against all adjacent figures who each roll defense separately. So he just uses his attack dice of 3, but it targets, that single roll targets all figures adjacent to him. And adjacent does not include diagonal in this game. So he's still only going to be targeting the dwarf, unless, you know, he's got intangible. Oh crap, no, my heroes are in big trouble. Alright, let me reset my recording here. Yeah, my heroes are in big trouble. Oh no! Oh my gosh, everyone but the barbarian is in big trouble. Look at that opening right there. That is totally where he's going. He's got intangible. And he's got a movement of 8, so it is simple as pie for him to turn into wind or whatever the crap and come right in here. And now he's going to roll his 3 attack dice, and the elf, dwarf, and wizard are all going to have to roll defense. Nasty. Okay. Let's see here. So he rolled 2 skulls. Let's start with... let's just get the wizard over with. This is not going to go well for him. For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.